Most people in the digital product sphere on Etsy are picking their next product on vibes. Well, in some cases it could work, but in some other cases it definitely won't work because they didn't do the needed homework and the research and everything needed to launch a successful product. Here's what it looks like the other way. Before you commit $1, you check real keyword demand, real competition, and real buyer chatter. If the numbers back it up, you build. If you don't, you just saved yourself the mockups and the listing fees and everything related to that particular launch. That's the whole shift. From hunch to checkable fact. And because the internet society and Reddit forums and Facebook groups are full of people asking constantly what digital product or physical product to launch, I've decided to take some time, think over it, and make a not very complex system using Claude AI and the cowork mode and create this kind of Etsy Scout, which can find a profitable product with huge demand and little to medium competition. Let me show you this diagram so we can dive deeper into details. Okay, so we're inside Photoshop. It's the graphic editor I'm using for most of my work, and I decided to open it once again today and show you my basic idea about the Scout. So, the brain of our main product will be Claude for sure. Okay, I want to source data from eRank because this is the source of truth for tags, search volume, and a few other factors. The other way or the other part of this clockwork mechanism will be the native Etsy Insight marketing insight system. I'm gonna call it Etsy Marketing Insight. Next, the most important and the source of problems, Reddit. This is the raw voice of the internet. So this is really a place where we can find problems, pain points, and everything people are asking for, and no one invented a solution for those askings. So Reddit is pretty important part of our chain. Next, we have Pinterest. It's really a big source of demand data and trending niches, products, and everything. The next part is Google Insights. We're gonna wrap this Google Insights inside our searching circle because it's a very good source of trending data. Okay, my diagram is not very well made because I cannot draw very well, but you got the idea. Using all those 5 cores of information, we can define the next winning product. So eRank will give us information about the demand level, the competition level, and some supporting statistics like click-through rate, trend direction, and seasonality. The Etsy Marketing Insight will be a very useful source for actual data, because eRank is a good software, but I'm not 100% sure of its authenticity. So basically, this is the sources I'm using to determine the next product launch and the product I wanted to sell. Of course, we can fine-tune the search in Claude and the prompt that I will be give in the end of this video, but at this point this is enough. This is a good starting point for product scouting. Okay, let's set up Claude and show you what options you have to tick to make it work and find some great product information. Okay, before we continue, I want to mention a few more important details about this entire system. So if you want to use it, you need a Claude account for sure. You should enable the cowork mod, and you should have the Google Chrome extension, which is available for free. Also, you will need an eRank account. Of course, you can skip the eRank, but the output information won't be correct. Let's first take a closer look at the Etsy marketplace inside. It's a powerful tool. I already noticed it has an upgrade already. I didn't notice this today. For example, let's write here coloring pages. Right now the system shows us typical conversion rate, which is a variable in this entire research engine. And we can get plenty of information about what search terms people are looking for if they are looking for coloring pages, for example. And the conversion rate, the older version showed real numbers. The updated Etsy tool showed low, typical, high, very high. I'm not sure which one is better, but the old numbers looked very demotivational for me, because in most of the cases, if I decided to launch any product, the competition was very high and there was a million people offering that similar product. Okay, so we're gonna scroll a little more through this tool, but the architecture and the usage is pretty much similar as it was before, so it's not very much interesting, but it's a good raw Etsy data, which is the right data we need for our tool. So here we are in Claude, and the first thing you have to do is to switch from chat to cowork, because we will need the Google Chrome integration and the ability. So we should give the ability to Claude to use our Chrome. So imagine it's like us making all this research, but much more faster and much more precise. Okay, so we are switching to cowork. As for the model, I'm not sure Opus 5 is the right model for this tool. Opus 5 is pretty heavy model. Maybe Sonnet 5 could do the trick, but just in case, I will leave this time to Opus. And here you should type the prompt. In our case, I collected all the prompt information and packed it as a skill, which will be given to you in the end of this video. How to add a skill in Claude: hit the plus sign, go to skills, and find Etsy Scout. This is the name of the skill. Right after Etsy Scout, I'm going to write the following with the most simple and friendly words. Run the scout and find me a great digital product sell. Of course, we can get more specific here in the terms of search. For example, uh, if you're looking for coloring pages, if you're looking for some other small digital organizers, planners, or something like this. Let's say I'm going to look for a niche in journals. I'm not familiar with that niche, but it just sounds interesting to me, so I'm gonna give a little small detail about our search. I'm gonna instruct the cloud to find profitable products in journal niche. Okay, we're gonna hit the start task button and pray for the best. So right now Claude is reading its memory, it's loading the skill, and most probably a new browser window will be opened any moment to perform the search and the scouting process. And maybe it could take up to 5, 6, 7 minutes to complete the entire search. Okay, so right now on the screen, Claude is asking us for permission to use the eRank web page. And it's important detail here, you should log into your eRank account and leave it open. Actually, it's not very important to leave it open, but it is asking for permission. No, not Cloud, sorry. And as you can see, the cloud window is here. The system is working. And it's currently scraping its data for printable journal. I'm not touching anything on my computer. It's really Cloud who is doing the job. And imagine it like it's just it's taking over my computer and it's doing the work for me. This is how Cloud Cowork mode is working. It's asking for permission. Trends, Pinterest.com. Okay, I'm giving you permission. Go ahead. Right now, the cloud is performing some deep research and scraping data from Pinterest trends, which I lately found as a very good source of information, and it's very useful if you are planning some product launches and comparing products. And actually, it's very good if you're comparing items in digital products, because most of the sellers are using Pinterest as a traffic engine. So they are posting pins related to their listings, and from Pinterest people are clicking on those pins, and if they are interested, they click on the link and they get to the Etsy store. Same with Google Trends. Yeah, excuse me, before in the start of this video I mentioned Google Insights. Actually the right term was Google Trends. I was speaking about the insights because I'm dealing with some SEO problems last few days, and just my brain is always repeating that Google Insights, Google Insights. So sorry for that. Right now the system is already completed with Google Trends, and it moves to Reddit. If you hit this button here called Actions, you can see actually what Claude is doing. And here it's already started to emit some information from eRank, which is pretty useful. Let me go through that really quick. Okay, I got plenty of searches for eRank today. It's not gonna be a problem. Let's see how the system is performing on eRank. So here is the eRank. Open, and Claude is typing some keywords here on the search bar, and of course the system is emitting back the actual information. Once again, I'm not pretty sure how this is really this information accurate, and this is why I always add several other search engines and trend cores. I'm pretty sure I can call them trend cores because most of the people are using them to determine the right data. So eRank is already running, actually still running, and I'm gonna use this time to mention that this scouting method is not an API related or some other software. It's just pure Claude cowork stuff, and you can use the prompt and the skill I will be sharing in any way you want. So let's say you are selling something very specific and you are trying to expand your catalog or find your next bestseller. You just should instruct Claude to refine and to target the niche more precisely, because right now journal is my topic and the niche I'm looking for, but it appears that the journal is a pretty huge niche and the search will take about 10 minutes to get me all the data available from the sources I mentioned in the prompt. Okay, our search has completed and we got a report already. Here I will gonna open it so we can read it. Okay, so in first position we have some manifestation journal, which has a lot of competition, but a lot of searches. Actually, it's not a lot of searches, but it's so okay. I'm going to attach this document to the course tutorial. I'm not sure how to call it because I really can't categorize it in any category, but I really don't want to read it here and to waste your time. It's just a quick example of how the Scout works in this particular journal search. So those are the findings. I can guarantee that the data is real, and of course if you run several other tries with different products, you will get another information and you will decide if you want to launch or not launch your next product. So I'm going to download this file now and we'll send it as a preview in the course. And I'm gonna perform several other searches with the actual products that I'm interested in and that I'm planning to launch next month, and see how the scout will perform. Well, basically this is how the scout is working. As you can see, it's not a lot of work and wait, but the trick here is to make the prompt right and to connect your Claude to Chrome with the Claude extension, so the Google Chrome can make the scraping for you, structure the data, and analyze everything. And based on all metrics it returns to Claude, the system will make some conclusions if the product is profitable, if it's not profitable, and should you launch the product or not launch the product. An extended version of this video and tutorial will be added on the premium tier in this community, and there I will be sharing a lot more insights and prompt updates, data comparisons, and the actual skill will be provided as a Claude.md file, so you can use directly in your Claude. So once again, to run this system properly, everything you need is a Claude AI account, eRank account, and the Claude Google extension. Pretty much that's it. Good luck with your next product.